I'm live. I'm live. You're live. We're all live. Everybody's live. You should just be very happy that I'm not sitting like holding a phone in front of my face as I'm sitting in the car with my seatbelt across, because evidently in this year, this is the way that somebody correct me if I'm wrong, this is how we actually go live these days. Well, I'm not in a car. Today, I'm wearing sunglasses because it's it's the fourth day episode of the series. Today we're called Dancing Bubble People. I should say hi to our teenager in Florida. Hello. Also, Hannah, come over here. Say hi. Hannah is our tech support for the day.
Hey.
Thank you. All right, let's get into it. So the fourth of each month is where we talk about something that I have fun. Tim, come over here. Dancing Bubble People. Say hello.
Yeah. Everybody's here.
No guest.
No
All right, here we go.
Sorry.
I'm going to talk about these people. Ready? All right. Let's go. The teenagers I know, and I know them well because the state says I have an obligation to feed and house them. They don't spend time watching television, like zero time watching television, programming at any time given the week. So we see TV on road trips and hotels, or when the extended family views somebody who has a cable subscription. And these teenagers of mine, well, they notice things. Recently, I heard them over talking about dancing bubble people. All right, I'm going to pause and show you who they are. It's these guys right here. All right? Yes? We've seen these kind of people in commercials. Yeah, that's who we're talking about. All right. So, and I realized that they were using this phrase as stand-in language for commercials. All commercials in their teenage lexicon are dancing bubble people. And I stopped that moment and began a quick interrogation into this peculiar phrase that either A, they developed, or they pinched from some pop culture something or saw it in a meme. I really couldn't tell you which. So here it is. There's a staggering number of bubble people animations in commercials. And I mean brightly colored Toyland characters, sort of like the vintage Hasbro Weeble people from the 70s or 80s. I'm old, that's why I know about this thing from the 70s and 80s. These bubble characters, I was informed, primarily express happiness or delight in the form of dancing. A dancing motion is the go-to animation sequence for, I think this is good pizza, or I just saved some money, and thus I dance. And now, as their father, I had no idea that this was a trend in television or other media platforms. But as soon as they mentioned it, I kind of knew what they were talking about. Maybe you do too. And you know what? Now I notice it everywhere. So, these bubble people. I have this question. What are the agencies and brand managers noticing that push them to buy these kinds of ads? I don't really know. I can hazard a few guesses, and since this is my show, why not? I think there are a few possible reasons these ads perform, and they must perform or they wouldn't keep ordering them. A, the last couple of years in America has been, well, stressful. Whether their market targets are red or blue households, vax or anti-vax, pro-statues or anti-statues, we can all agree that America's stomach has been in knots for about 2 years now. Cartoon animations feel better than real life. Cartoon characters likely draw less ire or feelings of resentment toward other humans. I think hatred of other Americans is probably at an all-time high right now. I mean, do you love all your extended family right now? I thought so. Cartoons harken back to a kinder, gentler age and soothe our addled minds. B, this next reason dovetails with the first. Though there are a few distinguishing masculine-female add-ons, visual signifiers to these characters, many of them are hard to recognize by gender. And I think this is preferred by major brands right now. There can be slight hat tips, winks, nudges towards same-sex coupling and ungendered characters without any overt casting or big social statements. You know, half the market is going to think the opposite way. Subtlety works to a brand's advantage without setting off firestorms either way. The viewer sees according to their own lens. They see what they want to see. C. Now, to the dancing. First, dancing is an activity that is only conducted in a jovial frame of mind, assuming you aren't a professional dancer. I mean, nobody angry dances or annoyed dances or lonely dances. Generally, this is true. Dancing equals fun, happiness, enjoyment. Fair enough. More than that, the animators of Bubble People don't have to slow a piece down, zoom in, or spend a great deal of time animating facial features. A little dancing will do it. Bam! Instant happiness. So, the category, Dancing Bubble People. You should know that these ads deeply annoy my children and their friends. They hate them. They give giant eye rolls, and teenagers are very good at this gesture. By the way, the eye rolls, when they see these ads, and why are they rolling their eyes? This is what I can tell you. They feel insulted. They don't like being messaged to in any synthetic way. In a digital world of constant noise, they much prefer a candid, direct, no BS interaction. No nuance, no artifice, just give it to me straight. Honor my intelligence and don't waste my time. They're very discerning, these kids. This Gen Z crew, they've tasted everything from across the globe, and the enchantment of what could lie just over the next horizon, well, that's gone. They've seen over the next horizon. They're used to consuming a ton of user-generated content in plain speak. Give it to me straight, they say, maybe even if you're buckled in behind the wheel of your car. Authenticity, nuts and bolts, features, benefits from a relatable human seem to matter more than ever. Hold the hype, accountable, prove it, or don't bother me. These kids, sheesh, this generation. I think they might just yank the needle off the record player to stop all this dancing and then use that very needle to pop all the Bubble People. The marketers and advertisers out there better be paying very close attention. I know I am. And ending the rant. So, we would invite you to add comments below. Maybe you think this is crazy and that I'm way off. Please tell me. If you also think you've noticed that also there are a lot of dancing Bubble People, put those comments below as well. We'll get to them and answer them as we're able to. So, this was the 4th week of the month. This was a thing I'm noticing. Didn't even have a guest here. Next week, I didn't really think about this, but every once in a while we're going to have an extra Thursday in a month. So number 5 is next week, and I think I'm just going to talk to you about, I don't know, a film I really love, plus a record I really like. I don't know. So, Tyler in Miami, 14-year-old Tyler, get back to study hall, and we'll see you next week. Take care.